Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, but I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. So in today's video, we'll take a look at the economic data, then we'll go over some news, and then we'll do our market recap and market analysis. So starting here on the economic data, we did have GDP come in at 1.3% with 1.1% expected. We also got initial jobless claims come in at 229,000 with 250 expected. And we did get pending home sales for April come in zeroed out here with 0.5% expected. So now we can turn to some news. So we did have Nvidia adding 220 billion in market cap in 1 hour after reporting earnings. By comparison, here's a total market cap of their competitors: AMD at 175 billion, Intel at 120 billion, and Micron at 73 billion. They added more market cap than the entire value of Intel and Micron combined. And Nvidia is now worth 950 billion, making it the sixth most valuable public company in the world. And here you can see the chart of Nvidia, just a massive god candles here. And we also have the median monthly house payment by state. As you can see, the top three here with Hawaii at $4,900 per month, California at $4,530 per month, and Massachusetts at $3,700 per month. And here we have the chart from the Fed of the household's net worth. As you can see, their net worth contracting for only the fourth time ever here. And this is a chart for the Z-scores of the manufacturing PMI delivery times. As you can see, the delivery times are significantly decreasing here when it comes to manufacturing PMI. And this should drive a deflationary period here in goods. We also have government spending up 55% since 2019, and we only have 1% GDP growth. And we have Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse announcing at the Dubai FinTech Summit that the company intends to deploy over $1 billion to expand its blockchain services beyond providing liquidity, possibly through acquisitions. We also have China launching a government-backed metaverse platform. We have Citigroup projecting $30 silver in the next 6 to 12 months. And we have Germany's economy officially entering a recession. So now we can turn to our market recap here, starting in the debt market with the U.S. 10-year yield. As you can see, another massive green day today in the U.S. 10-year yield, continuing its squeeze to the upside, getting pretty high up here on the weekly chart, approaching this upper extreme. Turning to the dollar, same story here on the dollar. As you can see, just continuing its squeeze to the upside here. Big green day continuing to the upside, making its way up here towards this upper extreme on the weekly chart. Turning to the stock market, as you see, pretty big doji day today, opening up with a huge gap up, pulling down into yesterday's highs and that midline, and really just closing here. As you can see, slightly red, but if you look over here at the percent change, we did get positive gains on the day for both the SPY and NASDAQ. Turning to cryptocurrencies, we'll start here with XRP, getting a slight red day today, getting rejected off that midline, but getting a wick to the downside, wicking off this previous high here from Friday, May 12th. Still holding above this weekly midline, which is still bullish for the longer term. Looking at Bitcoin, we do have a green day here in Bitcoin after coming in, wicking down off this lower extreme and this previous low here from the Friday, May 12th as well. Still sitting here right above that midline on the weekly chart as these bands are continuing to squeeze. Turning to commodities, we'll start here in oil. As you can see, big red day here in oil, breaking down through that midline, coming down for a retest of these lows here from the 22nd. Turning to gold, we do have another big red day here in gold. As you can see, breaking to the downside, breaking through these previous lows here from the 18th and making its way down into this price action here from the end of January. Looking at silver, we do have another big red day here in silver as it continues its sell-off that it's been in for the past couple of weeks. As you can see, really just breaking down through all this previous price action here from the end of January, approaching this midline here on the monthly chart. Now we can do our market analysis. We'll start with the volume analysis here on the S&P 500. As you can see, large volume day today, getting above that vol average. Looks like majority buying today with a decent chunk of selling though. Now we can look at our 3-minute chart. So as you can see, we did get a very large gap up, opening up way up here, really pulling back off the open, pulling into yesterday's highs before bouncing, going for a retest of the open, pulling back for another retest of yesterday's highs, going for a double top here, kind of a cup and handle pattern here off of VWAP before extending, making new highs on the day, coming back for another retest of VWAP before really pulling down here and closing right below the open. We can zoom out a little bit here. as you can see on the 15-minute chart, we did have our trend reversal here to the upside with the MACD getting back above that zero line into bullish territory. But I do want to point out this pattern that we have forming here. It's kind of ascending triangle type rising wedge pattern. These are bearish reversal patterns, so I would keep an eye on this pattern here. As you see here on the 2-hour chart, we did get that bounce pretty much off this lower trend line here, pulling back here at the open to fill this gap, and then really pushing up to the upside before pulling into the close with a reversal to the upside here in momentum. Now we can look at the VIX and the NASDAQ. So here we have the VIX, as you see, getting a gap down, pushing up into the significant kind of key level here that we've been talking about, getting rejected off that level before selling off and getting a bounce into the close, coming down and filling this gap here. If you look here on the NASDAQ, as you can see, we did break that uptrend yesterday into the close. I mean, just all yesterday, but as you can see, the enormous gap up we got off of that NVIDIA earnings here, gapping up above these previous swing high here, pulling back down into this support level for really getting a strong push, extending to the upside and getting a slight pullback here into the close. Getting back above that zero line here on momentum. Now we can talk about some trades here. We'll go back down to the 1-minute chart. And we can turn on the drawings here. So we'll start here in the morning. So off the open, as you can see, we got that huge gap up, pulling down into yesterday's highs. We did have a descending triangle pattern, as you can see here, with a squeeze with upward momentum. So this could have been a decent opportunity for a quick long on this breakout here of this bullish reversal descending triangle, just for a quick retest of these highs here, these previous highs and these highs from Tuesday. And then we did get a falling wedge pattern here with a squeeze to the upside, as you can see, before going for another retest here of this same exact level. So this would have been another opportunity here, either on the breakout or this retest down here for a long. And then as you can see here, we did get a bull flag here with a squeeze right holding above that key resistance level. So this would have been a nice opportunity to get long for a retest of the open. And as you can see here, we did have a broadening wedge, a descending broadening wedge, which is a bullish reversal pattern with a squeeze to the upside. Could have been a nice opportunity to see if you could hold there and get back above VWAP for an extension to the upside. And then here we did have, kind of a bear flag, kind of a bear pennant here with downward momentum squeeze. This would have obviously just been, if you didn't get here right on the breakdown, just for a retest of VWAP, this wasn't a very large trade, but it was an opportunity with a bearish pattern and a bearish squeeze to the downside. Then as you can see here at about 2 o'clock, we did have another bull flag breakout here on top of the open. So this would have been a nice opportunity with a tight squeeze here for a bullish continuation pattern in this bear flag for a nice move up to these highs. And then continuing on here at about 3 o'clock, we did have a inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish reversal pattern with another squeeze to the upside, which would have been a good opportunity for another long here to retest the open and some continuation to the upside. It's a pretty volatile day today. A lot of action here, a lot of bullish patterns. Pretty much all these patterns were bullish. Descending triangle, falling wedge, bear, bull flag. This was a broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge, which is bullish. There was really only one bearish pattern today, which was this kind of bear pennant here for a retest of VWAP. So a lot of good trades today. Going back to the daily and weekly chart here, I do want to point out on the weekly chart here on the price action in the RSI, we are in a rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern, but it doesn't have to be, right? This could just, absolutely just moon here if the government defaults and the Fed just prints insane amounts of money and injects a bunch of liquidity into the system. This could really, just extend to the upside. But yeah, that'll do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I will talk to y'all later.